All right, let's start. What are we waiting for?
I gotta get that 10 seconds of silence in, man. I'm sitting here getting my Larry King on, waiting for the silence to kick in.
All right, then shut up. Let's go.
Frag Tag Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen,
4 seconds of silence.
welcome back, baby, for another episode of Frag Tag Radio. And here with you today are your boys, Radius
And J to the Ray.
Don't forget your boy, Steve. Oh!
There it is. And of course, we got to get that plug out there. Xbox News by Friday Eye. Oh my goodness. Greatest app ever created for any device. Slick looking, fast loading, zero force closes. I mean, you open it right there on the Android market. Xbox News in the search bar. Brings it right up. You install it with a quickness.
Quickness.
You open up the app, you can tell right away. I mean, this is an awesome app, you know. And then you see that podcast / media tab at the bottom. You touch on that, and you'll see your boys Frag Tag Radio right next to the Crazy Larry, the Major Nelson. Yes,
touch on that.
Feel free to touch. Touching is good in this scenario. So please touch away. And also, if you're on the iPhone, you know, iOS 6, they got their own little podcast app now.
You know that.
And also, Stitcher Radio on both iOS and Android, so that's another option for both devices.
Holler at us on Twitter.
At Frag Tag Radio.
At Frag Tag Radio.
You know how we like to have those tweets from the streets, and I think next episode is going to be a big tweets from the street episode, so send in those questions.
Don't forget the website either.
fragtagradio.com.
Forget all about it.
And you know, if you want to hear those episodes 15 seconds before we post them everywhere else, that's where you want to be, you know, because we post there first. So they got that 15 seconds of exclusivity. Right.
So just in case you happen to be on the Frag Tag Radio website, hitting refresh over and over and over again on Sunday evening.
Hey, there could be people like that out there.
Could be. Anything's possible.
I've seen crazier shit happen. All right, so with all that, welcome back, and we're rolling into the news. A new Guinness World Record has been set.
This guy is unbelievable.
Yeah, Australian Okan Kaya set the record this past week or so when he played Black Ops 2 for 135 hours over 7 days.
And he was allowed a 10-minute break after every hour, and he could stack it.
Yeah, I know, that's crazy.
Know? So I mean, you figure that's a lot of 10-minute breaks he probably could have stacked up and went to sleep for a little while. So I think in a way that's kind of cheating.
I think it is too.
But
Guinness has their own standards, and that's what they are.
But yeah, and the guy. I can honestly say, get a life, Okan.
Get a life, Okan.
No, really? Who sit there and, like, in this day and age, can sit there and play a game for 135 hours other than Pete?
I want to know.
About to say, because I could do it.
I want to know what his KD was.
I did that with Mass Effect 3 when it first came out.
Near the end of it, I want to know what his KD was, because he had to have been getting tired as hell. And I bet he was slipping at the end.
I wonder how many controllers he went through. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, like, having to change batteries, or if he got so frustrated he, like, broke one or threw one. Or
how many Red Bulls did he slam down?
Oh, man.
I hope he had the Energizer Bunny handy, because he's going to go through some batteries doing all those hours. Or at least a plug and play.
Oh, yeah, gotta have that plug and play.
Got to, because if he didn't, there was going to be some hell to pay.
With the beaches on, volume at max to make sure that all the explosions are keeping you awake.
He probably had some sore ears if he was wearing the beaches for that long.
I mean, hey, gotta do what you gotta do to break that record.
Not to mention, it'd be nice to have an old lady to sit there and bring you a meal or a fresh drink. Or maybe a little bit of 10-minute loving.
Fresh BJ.
Yeah.
Thank you, baby. Carry it on. I'm setting a record here.
Throwing a frag grenade. Bam!
10-minute loving.
Maybe he was stacking for that.
That 10-minute, love it. Ain't nothing like that 10-minute, love it. Oh, my
Gets a
Lord.
man re-energized and ready to go.
You know it. Now it's
Back in action.
Now it's
Black
fighting
Ops
with 3
2.
joysticks.
The zombies look out, you bums. All right, and then so moving on to some rumors. Xbox TV, supposedly work in progress, set to debut next holiday season.
Yeah, we talked about this a little last time, didn't we?
We talked about it over the phone. Yes.
Oh, okay. I knew we had spoke about it. Yeah,
It was an exclusive
it's pretty
conversation.
cool because there's a lot of like parents and stuff out there that actually, I know my parents are one of them that don't game a lot, but they love the entertainment features of Xbox. And, this is a good way for Xbox to broaden their fan base without having customers being outpriced. Customers that want to experience all that stuff might not want to pay $299 for a console, a full-fledged console, when they can get like an Apple TV for $100. That might not do as much, but it's close, Yeah. So now at least they can experience everything that they want to from Xbox without having to worry about paying full price. I think it's a good move by Xbox.
I think it is too. So basically, it's a very slimmed down Xbox.
Yeah.
You'll be able to download all the apps and arcade games. You just won't be able to play retail games on it.
That's right. I don't think there'll be a disc drive on it, period.
And it'll probably have smart glass functionality as well, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Probably have every feature of an Xbox without a disc drive, I would think. You know what I mean? That's probably the route they'll go, because I did read where it's going to support all Xbox controllers.
Now,
and everything.
I wonder if games on demand would work with it.
I would
That's a good
assume
question.
so. It's digital download.
Yeah, but that's a full-fledged retail game, and I don't think it's going to have the processing power for those.
It would depend on what type of processor they put in.
Not only that, what kind of hard drive is that puppy going to have? Because if it's a dumbed-down version,
if it's got the USB ports, you could always use those 64 gig USB sticks.
That'd be a good idea for it, because I doubt it's going to have a vast internal memory, because most of what people...
I thought it was 32.
Or is it 32? Oh.
It is 32, I think. I think it is 32.
Yeah.
They doubled it.
I'd say.
Remember, I said I thought it was 8.
Yeah.
Still, because it was 8, and then
it's been all over the place. I can't even remember.
Yeah. But,
all right, so scratch all that. It's 32.
Yeah, 32.
I thought so.
Good call, Steve.
Thank you. I wasn't falling asleep.
Good call, Steve.
But yeah, they don't need a big hard drive. I mean, because everything streams. Netflix streams. Hulu streams. Xbox video streams. Xbox music streams.
These balls stream, yeah.
Another good thing is that I know that my family, they like to use their laptop to do a lot of streaming from like the computer to the TV to have the bigger picture and stuff.
Yeah.
This is going to be perfect, because in that way they don't have to keep detaching and reattaching a piece of equipment. They can just have something sit there and do all the things that they need to, and then leave their computer where they need to in their office or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure too it'll have the Windows Media Center functionality like an Xbox does, to where you can stream something from your PC to the Xbox, any videos or stuff.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, instead of having to keep transferring that laptop, since laptops seem to be the bigger thing now, and tablets are now pushing laptops out of the way.
Did you see? Did any of y'all do the Xbox Rewards survey this month for the free Microsoft points?
Sure did.
Yeah, do that every month, baby. I just did the December one, because I did the November one, so I couldn't. You can only do they have one.
You
every
should
month.
check your email and see if Microsoft emailed you a code to unlock the rest of the specializations on Halo.
Yeah, they did already put it in.
Man, they like y'all.
But what they
luckily they emailed me 3 codes. So I had one for me, one for Solomon, and one for you.
Yeah, because you had 3 games. Oh no, you only had 2 games. How did they email you 3?
I don't know why they emailed me 3.
Huh. But you play on Kayla's account? Did anybody play on Kayla's account?
Solomon might have.
Yeah, because if Halo, the way you get that code is if you played Halo Online before November 23rd.
Right.
Yeah, they send it to you. But anyway, shit, I forgot what I was talking about now. So
what can you do? Did you hear that Ouya comes out December 28th?
I didn't know, but that's Casey's birthday.
December 28th, Ouya.
Ouya. Ouya.
$99 Android console, and all the games are going to be free. Might pick it up.
All the games are going to be free.
Yeah, that's what they said was the objective when they first started talking about it, for all the games to be free. And I guess it'd be like a free to play model where you pay to buy in-game stuff.
But
Like Happy
I thought it was running Android games.
It is.
Right. So not all Android games are free to play based.
Well, let's see. I don't know if it's going to be directly linked to the Google Play Market like that or what. They haven't really specified.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they did say that their objective was to have all the games to be free.
Maybe so. I just find that hard to believe. You know?
Well, especially considering some of the games that we've seen that are in development for it look pretty quality, like something somebody would charge for.
Hell yeah. And these developers, where are they going to make their money?
Through the, free-to-play model.
If it's a free-to-play model. I mean, wouldn't you imagine they'd
I'm sure it wouldn't just be totally free with no in-game
Don't
purchases.
you think that you'll be able to play some of the games already on the Android marketplace? Some of the big games?
Really, a lot of times, people will make more money off of free-to-play games than they will games they sell
Right.
outright.
I'm talking about some of the games that are already on Android platform that aren't free-to-play games. You would hope they'd be available on the Ouya.
That would be beneficial. Like that new Batman game is pretty
Like there's a bunch of great games like Borderlands. Any games that are really good mobile games, you would hope they'd be available on the Ouya.
Is Borderlands on the market?
It's not on Android yet. It's on iOS. It's coming to Android though.
I was about to say because I didn't see it up there.
Modern Combat 3.
Yeah, that's a dope game.
Yeah.
That's going to be on Windows 8 market, so it'll be available for Surface.
Well, anyway,
Nova 3 is also.
What I was saying about the survey, that's what it was. When you said Surface, it reminded me. They were asking all these questions about the operating systems for Apple, Google, and how you compared them to Windows. And they were also, it was a lot of Surface-related questions comparing them to the iPad. Because it asked what device you owned, what tablet you owned, and then what about them you like. And, what would you like to see on the next Surface? Stuff like that. And it was all seemed related to the Surface and the OS. And I thought that was pretty interesting because I wonder if they're trying to add things to the Surface to come out with another Surface later on or something.
Could be. Awesome. So be looking forward to that Xbox TV debuting next holiday season. Sega Fighters.
All in the marketplace.
Sonic Fighters. Yeah, man. It's only 400 points, too.
Yeah. Did you download it?
Not yet, but I want to. I don't have any points right now.
I saw the screenshots on it look like old school.
It looks like Sega Saturn type graphics.
No, I mean, this looks like...
Sega the Fighters look like Sega Saturn graphics. Those were not Genesis.
Maybe so, but
they were 3D
the screenshots,
like Virtua Fighter.
The screenshots looked like Super Nintendo graphics for some reason. I mean, I looked through every one of them, and I was almost in awe at how old it looked. Like I thought this was supposed to be like a Sega Saturn type game.
It's a 3D fighter, man. It looks like Virtua Fighter 2 with Sonic characters.
When we go inside, after we finish recording, I'll show you what I'm talking about. It did not look like I thought it was going to look at all. Like I was kind of... It's the only reason I haven't downloaded it yet. And I'll probably still download it to check it out because it might be awesome. I mean, it should be. It's the Sega Fighters. You get to fight one-on-one with Sonic and the whole crew. But,
yeah, I don't know why Joystick called it Sega Fighters. It's called Sonic the Fighter.
Yeah, Sonic the Fighters, yeah. But, yeah, I'll show you when we go inside. It did not look like I expected.
Also, Virtua Fighter 2, speaking of that, is up there as well.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And one more, Fighting Vipers, which I never heard of. And I looked at the screenshots. It didn't look familiar either.
I didn't look at the screenshots of that one.
It is what it is. You can take your pick because they're all 400 points each. Guardians of Middle-earth will make its debut on Xbox Live December 5th. That's that new arcade Lord of the Rings game. Actually looks pretty tight. I might check it out.
Yeah, I'm kind of want to know more about that.
I do as well. The Revert DLC for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD will also be on December 5th for 400 points. That'll add those famous skate parks from Tony Hawk 3 to Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD. And also, J-Ray's fave, the Dragonborn expansion, coming on December 4th. Yeah, and that'll be running you 1,600 points, a.k.a. $20.
Did you, I didn't see it in here. Yeah, I didn't see it in the outline. Maybe you have it in here somewhere. But did you see where Dragon Age 3 was officially announced for next gen?
Next gen?
Yep.
Craziness. I was hoping it'd be this gen, really.
Yeah, I kind of was too. But they said...
Because that means we're not going to see it next year.
They already said... They said probably just after the new year, 2014. Yeah. So about a year and a month away. Yeah. So, and they said that they just... current gen didn't have the capabilities to do what they wanted to do with it, I guess. So they decided to go ahead and just do it on the next gen. Which leads me to believe, I know you said Watch Dogs was definitely coming out on this gen, but I mean, we know almost certain now that Holiday 2013 is going to be next gen.
Yeah.
Don't you think they should push that back to next gen? I mean, we already know it's capable of being a next gen title.
My guess is it'll come out on both consoles, but I mean, they've definitely confirmed that it will be out for this consoles.
Probably come out for both consoles, a dumbed down version. I
mean, sort of like how Nintendo did with Twilight Princess. It came out on GameCube and the Wii.
Yeah,
at the same time. So something like that.
Yeah, because Watch Dogs running on a high end PC looked really, really good. And it would be nice to have that on my next gen.
It did. They also got some sales going on the market. Grand Theft Auto 4 and The Ballad of Gay Tony and Lost in the Damned. All those expansions are on sale. 400 points and 800 points each for so Lost in the Damned is 400 and Ballad of Gay Tony is 800 points. Additional Connect deals are going on. Burnout Crash on sale for 400 points. And I think that's about it. Bada boom. Dead Island Riptide
looking forward to this.
Will not be washing up in Germany. Won't be releasing there. The first Dead Island didn't release there either, so this is really no surprise. They've got a strict ratings thing going on over there where, matter of fact, Gears of War 3 was the only Gears game out of the Gears series to pass the ratings to be able to be released in Germany.
We don't live in Germany.
I mean, considering their history of trying to do world domination and takeover, you figure they'd be all right with a few gory games.
No kidding. I know. Of all the countries that don't allow it, maybe they're afraid another Hitler will be born.
Maybe. Oh, man. But so Battlefield 3 Aftermath is available right now on PlayStation 3, and it'll be out December 4th on Xbox 360 and PC.
Still supporting that Battlefield 3, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Show game, baby! You about to get that DLC. Do you even still own Battlefield 3?
Nope.
Got rid of it, yo.
Traded that.
How are you just going to get rid of your favorite game like that?
Game was never my favorite game.
He's in denial.
Oh, what about this one? Rage getting DLC soon.
I know. That's a long time out for Rage.
It's been out over a year.
I think everybody's done traded that game, man. They're like, what?
I actually still have Rage.
I still got mine.
Yeah, I still got my Rage.
I got rid of mine. I was just like,
well,
what?
you know me. I don't trade in nothing unless it really, really sucks.
Yeah, unless it's awful.
Unless it's Dead Rising 2, I'm holding on to it. or Catherine, but thankfully I was smart enough to never buy that game.
Or Duke Nukem.
Thankfully, I was smart enough not to buy that game as well.
I think everybody backed out of that one when they read the review. They're like, nope.
I almost fell into that trap too. I almost bought it anyway, despite the reviews, just because it was Duke Nukem. But I'm glad I decided against that.
You weren't trying to get that bust, yo.
Duke Nukem was just terrible.
Yo, I was thinking that bust of the Duke would be a lot bigger than it actually was.
That thing looked like a kitty's little...
It was like a little miniature desk ornament. Like, I was thinking that it'd be like something you could put on the fire mantle. Like, I don't know. I was expecting it to be a lot larger than it was.
Where's a spot for me to put my quarters in?
Yeah.
My little Duke Nukem bust for my bank.
Hell yeah, that'd be tight if every time you put a quarter in, you'd be like, "Hail to the king, baby."
Who wants some?
Yeah. It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
And you have to put another one in. Put them all out of go. That way it make you save. That way you can finish the statement.
But yeah, so the Rage getting DLC. It's called The Scorchers. This was recently discovered by some people going through some PS3 trophies on ps3trophies.org. They're reporting that 10 new trophies are being added to ID Software's shooter, 5 of them based around a new job path called The Scorchers. Another trophy is for finishing the campaign on Ultra Nightmare difficulty, suggesting that the DLC also includes a new level of difficulty tougher than even the Nightmare setting that's already there. Trophies are backed up by a PEGI listing from earlier this year for Rage the Scorchers, content rated for Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. ID Software's founder, John Cormack, has also said mod tools, which were supposed to ship with Rage, are coming to the game very soon.
Wow. if they're supposed to ship with Rage and they're still not out, then I'd say they dropped the ball.
Well, I mean, you consider how long they worked on developing Rage. I mean, that game was in development for a long time.
Yes, it was.
Now the DLC's been in development for a long time. They must just be working with a really small team over there.
That's what I was going to say.
You know
It
what I
have to
mean?
be, you know.
It's got to be what it is. But anyways, assaulting alien battleship as Triad Defector in the new Slingshot DLC for XCOM Enemy Unknown. Now, I didn't buy this game or play the demo, so I have no idea about it. But I can read the joystick article for you verbatim and let you know. For first downloadable content in the rebooted XCOM universe dubbed Slingshot, Firaxis has decided to create a completely fictional character as its star. Zhang is a member of the Chinese Triad who defects over to XCOM when he comes to recognize the magnitude of the threat that the world faces. He's introduced to Slingshot's first mission via an awesome cutscene. A heavily scarred, besuited tough guy who stands motionless as the Foo Dog statues surround him. Craziness. The Triad Defector is a civilian in the first mission, a neutered unit that must be escorted by XCOM forces to a nearby evac location situated close to your Chinese cemetery rendezvous point. Alien forces attack from all sides, same as it always is, and only tactical thinking will see you through. You'll probably think more than once, why can't I just hand this Triad fellow a gun and tell him to point it at the invader? But unfortunately, the AI is too stupid, and you'll never be able to do that. Enjoy the Slingshot DLC, coming for XCOM Enemy Unknown soon. And I actually ad-libbed that a little bit. Add a little bit of my own flavor. That wasn't 100% joystick, I'll have you know. Dead or Alive 5 grabbing a 5th round of costumes coming to Xbox Live Marketplace and PSN. So if you got Dead or Alive 5, you can be looking forward to some new outfits for 400 Microsoft points each. Or you can buy a bundle of all the outfits for 1,040 Microsoft points.
Good God.
Only if you're serious about the outfits, though. You got to be serious.
Gotta be serious.
If you're not serious, don't even
mess with it.
Yeah, don't even do it.
Don't do it.
Now we've been talking for a while. Like, what happened to Insane? You know,
I know they had THQ scraped it, and apparently
it's been picked up again.
All right,
the balls still rolling.
Because the crazy thing about it was, didn't he sign on for like 3 games, a trilogy or something?
Yeah. So now they're saying that the new people they've signed with have only signed on for 1 game. So he's saying that the possibility for a trilogy is still there.
They just want to see how the first one goes.
Yeah, it's all going to depend on how that first one does.
I actually kind of am looking forward to it, and I don't know there's no details have come out about it, but I just
except for that teaser trailer that when they first announced it, which was nothing but like sounds and
screams and
oh man. But Madden 13 title update, take it away, Jay. Right?
I'll take it away.
Take it away.
They just had a Ultimate Team basically full title update that added to the Ultimate Team. Includes a few features for Madden's Ultimate Team. The ability to set multiple lineups for your multiple team squad highlights the list of changes. Players will now be able to save up to 5 different lineups. So if you want to go, change your lineups, you don't have to go through and tinker every time. Now you can go to preset lineups, based on who you're playing and stuff, which is just a little convenience. Another change described as more nuanced roster management. And is also geared toward Ultimate Team. Instead of breaking down roster management by offense, defense, and special teams, the update sorts teams by more specific positions, such as offensive line and defensive secondary. Each roster segment will show your team's starters as well as eligible players on your bench that can play. Madden Ultimate Team is also adding a boost screen in this update, which will display every ratings boost equipped to your team. So, you can get the cards for the ratings boosts that'll make your players better for X amount of games or whatever. It's part of the Ultimate Team experience. So among the other features being added to Ultimate Team are quick collections and the ability to play 2-minute quarters in the mode, which you previously couldn't do. You were set on 5-minute quarters, so now you can play quicker, smaller games.
Which is probably good for people who are trying to play on the go, might got to go to work soon or whatever. You can get a game in real quick.
Yeah, because some people don't have time for 5-minute quarters because it says 5-minute quarters or 6-minute quarters, but really you're playing to be there for an hour. Because you're waiting for
all the pausing, changing plays.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Well, fans have been requesting some Sonic and the Sega AllStars Racing Transform DLC, and Sega's playing along.
They're playing along, aren't
They're
they?
playing along.
Of course, Pete had a part in that.
You know it. So pretty much they were asking to have people there to add certain characters, and the developers came on the forum and said, "Hey, let's make a poll about all the Sega characters we'd like to see in the game, and whichever ones get the most votes, we'll probably add them in there."
Let me
check from
guess.
Space
Shadow the
Channel 5.
Hedgehog.
No, but I think he's probably already in the game.
I'm not sure if he is or not. I don't know.
I'm not sure either. I've got the game, but I can't play it till Christmas. So
Oh.
yeah. But anyway, so characters in the lead right now are Sega Saturn mascot Segata Sanshiro, Shenmue's Ryo Hazuki, and Hatsune Miku, whoever they are. I don't recognize not any of them except for Ryo Hazuki from Shenmue. That's the only one I remember.
Did you answer Casey Hudson when he asked about the next Mass Effect game?
I sure did.
I did too. What'd you say? I said definitely after.
I said after, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I basically...
I was like, after that ending, we want to know what became of the universe.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, because like anything they did before, we already somewhat know how it turns out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We know the whole Mass Effect.
That'd be like Halo Reach. You know, you're playing the game even though you already know how it's going to end.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Halo Reach was great, but I already knew how it was going to end before I even started.
No matter what area they chose before the trilogy,
it's already
we
part
know.
of history.
Yeah, we already know. That's right. So, yeah, I wonder how many people actually. I know that
there were some doofuses up there saying, "Oh, make it a prequel."
IGN took their own little.
Felt
poll.
like smacking them to the computer.
IGN took their own little poll, and 70% said after. So that was good. That hopefully that's an indication of what they said to Casey Hudson, because I'm gonna be pissed.
Hopefully, IGN sent those findings on over to Casey.
I hope so.
It was like, "Hey, the fans have spoken."
Yeah,
You know.
because we don't want nothing before.
And I actually hope that they don't have Casey Hudson in charge of the ending again this time. I hope that they let somebody else stretch their creative wings and come up with the ending for this next one.
In fairness to him, though, Mass Effect 2's ending was awesome.
It was, but it was a setup for Mass Effect 3, so it's hard for it not to be pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, if it wasn't good, people wouldn't have been
I think
interested
the
in Mass
biggest
Effect 3.
thing with Mass Effect is they had built so much, like anticipation with everybody. They had so much to live up to with this ending.
The ending should have been longer, is all it was. I mean, the ending as it was, fine. There's a little boy, and he was the leader pulling the strings all the time. Whatever. What upset me was that I didn't know dick about what happened to anybody after I died. I would have liked to have seen, a little more than Joker and friends crashing on the jungle planet. I just would have liked to have seen a little bit more than that.
Yeah, I agree.
And even the extended cut ending still didn't do the ending much justice.
Yeah, it only added a little bit.
Yeah. And considering it was a 1.8 gig download, I was expecting a lot more than that.
Yeah.
It was an insane size download for the small amount of content that it added. It's almost like the last part of the game, they had to actually, this DLC replaces that whole last mission. So instead of going through to the last mission that's already on the disc, when you get to that part, it takes you to the DLC version of that mission instead. And I think that's why the DLC had to be so large.
I guess.
But who knows? Bayonetta meeting up with Anarchy Reigns at GameStop as a pre-order bonus exclusive. If you pre-order Anarchy Reigns at GameStop, you will get Bayonetta as a player in the game. And that'll be coming out early this coming year, was January 8th. So be looking forward to that. If you were looking forward to Anarchy Reigns, it's been out over in Japan for a while, and it got pretty good reviews.
Yeah,
so,
it did.
Yeah. Interested to see how it does over here.
You know what got really good reviews is that PC-only shooter. It's not out on consoles. PlanetSide 2.
Yeah.
It's been getting insane reviews from everybody. It's like every review I saw made me want to play it, but it's not out on consoles. I don't play really PC games much, but
once you get your Surface, that might change.
yeah, that's true. Because I mean, dude, it is getting just ridiculous reviews.
I already saw a video of someone playing Diablo 3 on Surface, so I know it can be done.
I know that made you happy.
It did. I leaked a little bit on myself when I saw that.
Oh, Lord.
Finally, a game that P can't steal all the stuff from.
Yeah, baby. Assassin's Creed 3 survey pops up questioning
Lots of surveys.
possible co-op for the future of the series. Online Propeller GMI Surveys recently posted an Assassin's Creed 3 questionnaire, which not only asks players to rate that game, but also evaluate potential additions for the next entry in the series. After the game on Xbox 360 and PS3, asking respondents rate potential features either as must-have, nice-to-have, or not interested. Those features include co-op story missions, assassin creation and customization, underwater gameplay, and a new present-day hero rather than Desmond, and also something that sounds a lot like smart glass functionality. So we'll just go ahead and roll through the list of possibilities here. Play another game with Connor.
I'd like to do that.
If you'd be interested in that. More wilderness areas to explore outside the cities. Ability to continue gameplay experience on tablet/mobile while away from home, which would be awesome. Playing as a Templar, which could be interesting.
I don't want to do that.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah. Underwater gameplay.
Then you won't have your hidden blade.
Well, unless you're
Haytham did.
yeah,
He's the only one that.
Unless you're like Haytham, who was kind of defected from the
Yeah.
assassins.
See, that'd be okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing that, but I don't want to just be a straight Templar with no arm blades.
I see. I just want to do it because in video games, I always play the bad guy. You know, as you know, my Shepherd, evilest MFer ever to walk the galaxy. You know, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. I killed everybody.
I did play.
Felt no remorse about it.
Fallout.
No remorse.
So I like playing the bad guy, and that's why I'm interested in that.
Big baddie, you.
Underwater gameplay. Who's interested in getting it on underwater?
They said underwater gameplay, not underwater foreplay.
Ability to share information in-game with friends. For example, solve in-game clues together. I think that would kind of go along with the whole co-op thing.
Yeah.
More naval gameplay. Definitely. Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Ability to use mobile tablet as a complementary display to perform some actions and access info such as inventory while playing on the console.
Sure, why not?
Ability to create my own assassin and customize him.
Sure,
I think
why the hell
that
not?
would be awesome.
That would be awesome. Because you know what I would do? I'd make a badass assassin.
Me
That's
too.
what
I mean, who wouldn't make a badass assassin? That would get my Phoenix rising. More famous historical characters to meet, friend, and fight. I think I'd be down with that as well.
I think so.
A new present-day hero, different from Desmond. I think we're done with
I think
Desmond after 5 games.
I agree. I think Desmond's done. It'd be cool. Give us somebody new, because
the only way it could be Desmond is if it was Assassin's Creed based around playing as Desmond in present day.
Yeah, I'd do
entire
that.
Game.
I would do that, but we'll never see that. You know why? Because they have fully automatic weapons in the real life. So how the hell is Desmond going to fight with arm blades if some guy's got an M16?
Desmond could go Matrix, dude. Be dodging bullets.
Yeah.
He could go Matrix on him.
You'd have to really change up some stuff, though. It's because, there's a big difference between a musket and an M16.
While Assassin's Creed 3 was an improvement, and they've been improving a little bit with each game, I think the next Assassin's Creed really needs to bring something, drastic to the table, unless, it starts getting kind of stale like Call of Duty.
Yeah, I think they did a good job with this one doing that. With the whole wilderness thing and the hunting and the new character.
The setting was good, but to me, the core gameplay, felt, while slightly improved, still pretty much the same.
Yeah. But I like that, though. See, I like that. I like the gameplay of Assassin's Creed. I don't want them to get all crazy.
Well, the internets don't like that.
Well, I don't care what the internet likes.
The internets don't like that. They don't like when games are the same.
Yeah. See, then you're going to get careful what you wish for, because then you're going to get them to switch things up totally off the wall, and then it's going to suck. That's what I don't want to happen.
Be like that last Madden game that came out.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want nothing crazy going on. Like,
I don't know. I kind of like crazy. I kind of like crazy. All right. So what about more assassination missions? You feeling those?
Sure.
Playing as a new assassin in a different historical time period.
Absolutely.
They definitely could go to a different time period. Although I did love the American Revolution.
I did too, and I hope they
the most out of all what they've done.
I hope
so
they
far.
continue to do that.
More stealth sequences.
Sure.
I think they stepped away from stealth a little bit too much in Assassin's Creed 3. I think they bring that back to its roots. Possibility for a friend to join game in order to help me during solo mode.
Sure, why the hell not?
Definitely. More gunfighting. I'm down with that. Deeper storyline connection between solo adventure and multiplayer modes.
Sure, why the hell not?
Trying to pull a Halo on that ass with some Spartan Ops type ish. Track stats and performance in multiplayer and the ability to share and compete with others in leaderboards.
And or in a companion app.
I mean, what game doesn't have leaderboards these days? I mean,
Companion app.
more possibilities to defend yourself against attackers in multiplayer. I think that would be a big yes.
Hell yeah.
Ability to create my own multiplayer avatar, customized looks that goes along with creating your own single-player assassin.
Sure as hell. Why not?
Take
your single-player assassin to the multiplayer.
A deeper team-based multiplayer. Like guilds, you create your own guild or clan, and squads that have common objectives, working together with other clans and guilds.
Sure,
I think that would be
why the
awesome.
hell
Customization for multiplayer experience, logos, avatars, just like a player card in Call of Duty or Halo.
Yeah.
That would be great. New multiplayer modes, duh. Assassin missions co-op, duh. Additional multiplayer characters with new skill sets, duh. Ability to create user-generated content and multiplayer maps. Oh, a Forge and Assassin's Creed
That'd
would
be tight.
that would get my Phoenix rising. A spectator mode, that would be good for like people who like to broadcast or whatever. Co-op split screen mode, definitely. I think every game should have that.
PvP mode with melee fighting and hand-to-hand combat sounds cool.
Sounds cool, as long as they don't try to make it Mortal Kombat. Co-op story missions, I'm pretty sure we already read that somewhere.
Yes,
in
we
there.
did. Sure, why the hell not? Why the hell not, Steve-O?
Why the hell not? All right, so speaking of Dishonored, J Ray's been playing it finally. So he says he's liking it,
Yeah.
enjoying it.
Just got it.
Well, my question is, how do you feel about it exceeding Bethesda's expectations?
I'm glad.
And they're saying clearly we have a new franchise here.
I'm glad.
Clearly.
I really am, because you know as well as I do, this late in the console cycle, a lot of people are making sequels and stuff because they're scared to make a new IP.
Not Bethesda.
Not Bethesda.
Mm-mm.
They did it, and I'm glad that people went out and bought it and supported it, because this could have very easily been a great new game that didn't get a sequel because it didn't sell well.
That's happened to a few games.
I know it has.
Shadows of the Dam, great game, just didn't sell well. Yeah.
Shadows of the Dam didn't sell as bad as it could have, though.
Alan Wake.
Great game, didn't
Great
sell.
game.
Well, Alan Wake didn't sell right away, but if you look at how
Yeah.
many it's sold now, it's sold like over
Doing a
6
lot
million
better.
copies.
Yeah,
So,
doing a lot better.
you
Well,
know,
it came out the same day as Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah,
You know, what genius?
that was retarded.
What genius?
I would like to backhand whatever schmuck over at Microsoft decided that'd be a good release date.
Just need another Big Al game come out.
That's what I need. They need to make that a launch title. All right, that's a day one purchase for me. Alan Wake 2 on Xbox 720. I'm done, sold. I'll pre-order it tomorrow.
Could be.
Alan Wake exclusive.
You'll pre-order it tomorrow, even if they don't come out with Alan Wake 2. Don't kid yourself. You don't pre-order.
Oh, the next Xbox?
Yeah.
I'd pre-order it.
All right, so then why'd you?
But I'd be more excited about it.
Oh, okay.
If Alan Wake was a
then
launch
you'd be-
title.
But then I'm pretty sure Microsoft doesn't care if you're more excited about it as long as you're pre-ordering it.
I think it'd be hilarious if
I think I'd care.
I'm a pre-order it,
Even
but I'm
if-
not excited about
Even
it.
if it was a spoof, if somebody sat there and said, the new 720 is going to have an exclusive Alan Wake paint job on it,
Or-
Pete would be like, oh, dang.
They need to bust out with some of Rare's backlog and get some of these awesome franchises back on the market, like Killer Instinct, Conquer.
Rare's supposedly concentrating totally on
They-
Connect right now.
They need a new full-fledged. Well, they need to stop it.
I know they do.
They need to stop it.
We've been talking about this for too long. They do. They need-
I need a new Killer Instinct in my life.
Who cares about them Avatar clothes?
I need a new Perfect Dark. I mean, Perfect Dark was a launch title. That was 8 years ago. It's time for a new Perfect Dark.
I think it's dead and gone.
If not Rare, I mean, at least let one of their other studios work on it.
Rare's got Justin Timberlake in the background saying, "The old me's dead and gone.
Well, Jay-Z had
dead and gone."
Jay-Z had the Biebs in NBA 2K13, you know?
Yeah.
Now, are so you got Dishonored, you're playing it, you're enjoying it. My next question, are you going to download those Dunwall City Trials on December 11th?
I doubt it.
Why not? Why
because
not?
it's just it's just
Didn't you download the Big Daddy Protector Trials for Bioshock 2?
I did. I did, but I didn't.
Guilty.
Didn't play it much. Yep, guilty as charged.
Why aren't you doing it for done while trial?
Because I don't really think that I need to, because I doubt I'll ever play it. They come out with some good story-based DLC, I'll download
That's what the next 2 DLCs are going to be.
I know, and I'll download them.
You sure?
Positive.
What if they put it in a season pass for a bargain price to get all 3? You don't do season passes.
Don't do season passes. You know that. You know that.
You don't do season passes.
You know that.
All right. Resident Evil Revelations. This already came out on 3DS.
I know, and it was a big game for 3DS.
We got good reviews.
Yes,
So if this is true, I'm very happy. It's been rated for a Korean ratings board for Xbox 360 and PS3, so it's looking more than likely that we're going to get that on consoles. Are you a Resident Evil fan, Steve? You like Resident Evil, don't you?
It's been a while since I played, honestly. I watched you play 6, and I liked it, but I don't think it'd be a game that I could get back into it.
Arcade?
Yeah. If they release it on arcade, that would be even better.
Could be.
It was a handheld title.
Exactly.
That would make sense.
Exactly.
Even if they charged a full $20 for it, I'd still buy it.
A full 20. Even if they charge a full 20, I'll pay for it. I'm pretty sure they might charge a little more than 20 for 20.
No, because then it would be a games on demand.
Yeah, but they could make it
A full 20.
make it 30.
I'm not buying it if it's full. I'm not buying it. A full 20 is as far as I'll go.
It'll be 2,000 Microsoft points.
If
25.
you ask me, it needs to be 800.
A hundo.
$100.
$10.
$10. That's what I'm thinking.
That's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that right there should already tell you it's going to be $100.
Hundo.
Forza Horizon December car pack.
Woo!
Got that Halo Edition Raptor. 5 more cars for that ass. Let's see, it's dropping for 400 Microsoft points.
400.
You get the Ford F-150 SVT Raptor Halo Edition.
Awesome.
You also get the 2008 Aston Martin DBS, the 2012 Ferrari F12 Berlinetta, the 2006 Ford GTX-1, the 2006 Hummer H1 Alpha Queen Top, the 1993 McLaren F1, and the 1971 AMC Javelin AMX.
Not the Javelin.
The December car pack is also included in the season pass, which grants you access to all the monthly DLC that will be coming out for Forza Horizon all the way through March 2013. And you can get that season pass for 4,000 points if you don't want to download them one by one like J-Ray.
The hell is a queen top?
I don't know, but that Hummer's got it.
It's an open top. Alpha open top.
No. That's the queen top, dude.
I was like, where the hell did you get queen top? It says alpha open top.
I told you, man, I'm ad-libbing here.
Oh, okay. Got that queen top, dog.
That's what I call an open top.
Oh,
It's like just that queen top.
Woo-wee.
Max Payne 3 DLC.
Because if her top is open, she's a queen.
This Max Payne DLC was supposed to come out back in like October or something.
Memories.
It's finally coming out December 4th. By the time you hear that, it might already be out.
Mike.
So that's going to bring you the Roscoe Street subway map, the Hoboken Drive, Marty's Bar, a level focused around a posh yacht, and the Gang Wars map called Canal de Panama. Bam. All of them sound pretty gangster.
They're all older maps from, or redone maps from the first 2 Max Paynes, supposedly.
Redone.
Mm-hmm.
Redone, son.
Redone.
That's what I'm saying.
It's redundant.
Also, you'll get the IMG 556 and the UAR 21 assault rifles added to your gun cabinet. Plus, there are new avatars, items, and the Hangover Burst, which makes enemies spawn with reduced stamina, health, and blurred vision. So that's what I call an edge on the gameplay right there, you know?
Yeah, they've supported Max Payne 3 with quite a bit of DLC.
And we've said this many times already, but Kevin Levine's confirmed it officially. No multiplayer in Bioshock Infinite. They don't got time for that crap. They're concentrating on the single player, and that's what's important.
I'm actually glad, because that gives them more time to finish up the single player and polish it up. without having to worry about it. Although, Bioshock 2's multiplayer wasn't bad at all.
I thought it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was surprisingly good.
It's one of the only games that I go back and play multiplayer on every now and again.
I saw it on a list of top 10 games that had multiplayer that shouldn't have. And I was thinking, Dead Space, of course, was on there, Dead Space 2. And I was thinking,
but Bioshock... the multiplayer on Dead Space sucked, though.
I know, but Bioshock 2 was on there, too. And I was thinking to myself, why is this on here? Because although it didn't need it, it wasn't bad at all. Yeah, it was pretty good. I actually kind of enjoyed it. It was interesting. But, hell, it's the times we live in. Everything's got to go multiply it.
Yeah.
Except for Ken Levine.
So, recently, some info leaked out about that new game from Bungie, Destiny. And they've confirmed the leak. It's true. So... IGN Reader provided the site with a bundle of Destiny art and story materials that were compiled by an ad agency. Destiny is the long-rumored secret project that will serve as Bungie's follow-up to the Halo series. The art shows an Earth in a future littered with the ruins of a man's golden age. According to the materials, with a huge alien ship sitting above the planet, sounds kind of Halo there. There are also shots of various soldiers and war vehicles, still sounding Halo-ish there, along with a more final logo similar to the one that we've already seen.
Not a man's golden age.
A man's golden age.
Man's golden
So that's
age.
almost sounding like a Destroyed Beauty Gears of War type of thing, mixed in with some Halo. I don't know. And now Bungie has added to the collection with its own official piece of concept art that you can check out on Joystick's site or on RGX. They're not quite ready to show us everything, but they're going to have it for us soon, and we'll be looking forward to it. The leaked documents describe Destiny as fun and accessible to all, and say the property's goal is to create a universe as deep, tangible, and relatable as that of the Star Wars franchise. The leaked contract between Bungie and publisher Activision about the project suggests that this title will involve 4 games and as many DLC releases for each and stretch across the next console generation. So it's possible this could be a long step into a big journey forward. And as you know, also per Microsoft's contract with Bungie for releasing them, the first 2 games from this new franchise will be exclusive on whatever Microsoft console is out at that time, whether it be this gen or next gen, for at least 1 year.
Actually looking forward to this.
Me too.
So, Bungie's going to do it right.
Yeah.
Although, don't let 343 get up on it because they might show them up a little bit.
I mean, and then I'm not even really sure because it's like the only game Bungie's done really other than Marathon, that it was Halo, and that's their only game that was really like worldly popular. So it's like they could totally have a game that could come out and flop and just maybe they weren't the awesome studio that we always thought they were.
They just happened to just like a one-hit wonder artist.
Yeah, maybe they just happened to get lucky. And of course I hope that's not the case. I hope this Destiny game comes out and blows it out the water because I'm all for
and there's just as much possibility
year-long exclusives on Xbox. So bam. And speaking of Xbox exclusives, the Halo 4 Crimson Map Pack coming out on December 10th, baby, which will also be adding a new mode, Extraction Mode, to the game as well. The maps include Wreckage, a ravaged environmental of a crashed debris or spaceship, and Harvest, the planet where humanity first encountered the Covenant, and also Shatter, a UNSC crystal mining facility.
I saw the crystal mining facility. It looks pretty sweet.
They got the trailer on the marketplace now that shows off all 3 maps, and they look awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be nice to have some new maps to play because, to be honest with you, it needs some freshness at now. Especially for you guys, as much as y'all have played it, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we know those maps like the back of our hand. We could walk through those maps in our sleep.
Yeah,
But hey, that's how you become a good player, by getting to know those maps.
Hell, I've played about half as much as y'all, and I know the maps inside out myself.
Those with the map pack will also have access to a playlist exclusively featuring those new maps. The Crimson Map Pack will be available for 800 points, or via the War Games Pass for 25. That'll get you all 3 map packs. They've also got 2 other map packs coming. You got the Majestic Pack coming on February 25th, and the Castle map pack coming out on April 1st. And with that, that's the news of the week. And Steve-O has recently played Monster World, which I hear is a booger, and Epic Mickey 2, which I hear was actually surprisingly pretty awesome. So take it away.
I really don't want to spend much time on Monster World because it is a booger.
Right,
it's a flashback from Sega. It was like a a big deal where it was like 400 Microsoft points, and for back then it was like the RPG for back then.
Now this is part of the Sega Vintage Collection that just started releasing on arcade, right?
Yeah, it was like World and something else and something else. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't spend much time on it. I spent like 10 minutes maybe on each one before I got frustrated.
What was it that intrigued you and made you want to download it in the first place?
Yeah,
I just saw it as like an old school RPG, kind of like man. There was like an NES game that was kind of the same.
Illusions of Gaia or something?
That was Super Nintendo.
I mean, granted,
that was an awesome game.
Granted, it was a side scroller, and I wasn't expecting
Crystallis
too much.
Was that
but
bad joint.
But just the way that it looked and everything, I was intrigued by it. But it was horrible because the monsters, when you would kill them, they would either respawn like in 4 seconds, or if you moved up a little bit and go to kill something and then move back, they would automatically repopulate and end up being right behind you and take you out. And that was just the way with all of them. I think the newer version, which I don't remember the exact name. I actually got to a point where I could actually buy something like a sword and a shield, and then after that, it went back to being crazy stupid.
And so you were saying enemies just respawning.
It went back to being crazy stupid.
Yeah, buddy.
I think that about sums that one up.
If I could give it a negative number, it would definitely get it. So I would stay away from it. I'm not even.
And there's your book.
So it was nowhere near as good as, say, Secret of Mana.
No.
Breath of Fire. Bing, bing, bing.
Now for Epic Mickey 2, that was awesome. I mean, like I didn't want to stop playing. It was pretty good.
The power of 2.
Yeah, it basically it talks about how, I think his name is like Oswald, and one of the older Disney characters who's like a rabbit of some sort, and his like girlfriend or whatever, Orentia or something like that. It was some unique name. Yeah. And basically what it is I'm assuming the guy from the first Epic Mickey is all like, hey, I did stuff wrong. I'm trying to make right and whatever. And the chick is like, I have a bad feeling about this.
Trying to pull the wool over the old rascal.
And Oswald's like, all right, well, I'll give you a chance. And then you're just like, you're seeing things that are all messed up. The girl ends up contacting Mickey, and that's who you're playing as. And at the very beginning, like, they give you like a little background, like a little narrative guy in the background saying certain things sometimes. And I mean, it was really cool, something that not only kids but also some older adults may even get into. And at the very get-go, when they give you your brush, they give you a choice whether to take the color out of the portrait or put more color back in. And depending on that, I'm assuming is like whether you're going to do like a light-hearted Mickey or a dark-sided Mickey.
Gotcha.
I gotta say, there was one part that was confusing because it was like a tune needed some color and whatever, and you got like a little bar and it's split in half, and like the green paint is to add color and like the blue paint is to take away color.
Yeah.
And like I'm sitting there like spraying the whole room almost, trying to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to add color to. You find out that it's the little dude that helped get Mickey across to the Oswald's world. Now Oswald ends up being in your party, and he helps you out. For example, you can basically toss him up, and he uses his ears as like a helicopter, and then so you can do. And Mickey has like a double jump. So what you do is you can get to higher places by doing a teamwork.
Kind of like how Tails does for Sonic.
Exactly. And I think the game's going to be awesome. I've seen pretty good reviews about it, and it's very colorful, very fun, and it's even co-op. So
yeah,
so that's always a good
same screen co-op as well. So not just online, right?
Yep.
Nice.
So I like it.
Definitely picking that one up for the Solo Meister for Christmas this year. So I will be playing it.
So what would you give it if you preliminary review?
If I give it a preliminary. I'd say it's probably a good solid 4.
Solid 4 frags? Nice.
I mean, granted, I'm a older gentleman playing a younger gen game, but I think for Disney diehard people, it would be awesome. and I think it's got
might
potential.
even be a 5 for Disney fans.
Yeah, I think it's got good potential. So and the puzzles aren't too hard or too unnerving to where you're like, well, what am I supposed to do type deal. You kind of look and you're like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of got like an outline to it. So I'm gonna add color to that and see what happens. And then you just kind of figure it out as you go, and it's not bad at all.
You know what we need on Xbox consoles? A freaking Kingdom Hearts game. They released them on both Nintendo and Sony consoles. Why the hell has there not been a Kingdom Hearts game on Xbox? That's what I want to know.
Because I don't know why, to be honest with you. I know there's been a ton of them. You know, PlayStation
For handhelds,
PlayStation,
consoles,
everything. You know,
Nintendo, stuff like that.
You just can't get one for Xbox to save your life.
I know, and they're always usually pretty good RPGs.
There we go.
And I guess my last little note is for Halo 4.
Yeah.
I love it. I still have yet to play the campaign because my theory is
Stuck
that
on that multiplayer. It's addictive.
If P and Death from Above get too far ahead of me, since my work schedule is pretty crazy, then I'm going to be so far behind. It's going to be frustrating. Because they're going to be unlocking all those good things, and I want to be somewhat close to them doing that too. So I've been doing nothing but PvP, and I actually started my own little forge. I know that you and I had started one. We're going to
FTR map.
The FTR map
for the fans to download.
It's in the making.
Oh, and that's pretty awesome too.
And we're going to try and get that finished. And
maybe we can get a game going on that bad boy.
Exactly. And
we just got to get you on Halo first.
Yeah.
I got a lot of other stuff I've been on.
I just want to throw out there that, I mean, seriously, I know that Halo 4 is probably the newest game that I have and that I love playing, and I know that P plays a lot, and I'm sure Jay will jump on just about any time.
I've been on a lot. I mean, just not lately. Since Call of Duty's come out and Assassin's Creed, I had to finish. So once I finally got that out of the way, still got to finish Dishonored. But since that's short, which is a good thing, once I get that done, I'll be able to switch back and forth between Call of Duty and Halo.
Yeah. So I mean, all honesty, everybody. I mean, send us a message over Xbox Live. I mean, we'd really love to play a couple matches with you, whether it's we're really sucking or we're doing pretty good work or we're playing on the FTR map. It'd be really great to see you guys out there.
Definitely got to organize something. Maybe on Twitter, maybe next week or something, and get a full custom game of us and some listeners to play a custom game on the FTR map. Test it out.
I played a Halo with a Frag Tag Radio fan three weeks ago or so. Pacifier O'Day or something like that. They had sent me a message saying, because I was on and I wasn't even playing Halo, I actually just had it sitting on the War Games menu, and I came back and he sent me a message as a game invite, and I didn't know who it was, but I accepted it, and it was somebody saying that had listened to the show that wanted to play, and I played like 2 games, and then that was it. But
that's what's up.
Pretty cool. So they're out there,
keeping it real. But yeah, Halo, love it.
Yeah,
love it.
Good stuff.
Definitely going to be my vote for Game of the Year for our Frag Tag Awards this year.
Oh, man.
I think it'll be my vote for it, too.
Don't be a copycat there, Jay.
Battlefield 3!
Yeah, exactly.
Game of the Year!
DLC!
But it didn't come out this year.
Medal of Honor Warfighter. Yeah!
Oh, God. Game's so awful from what I hear.
So, yeah, and then tonight, P is gracious enough for me to borrow a disc of Black Ops 2. And hopefully, come next podcast, I'll let you know what I think about the zombie mode and a little bit of the campaign, maybe.
Yeah, buddy. We'll be getting down.
Campaign's pretty awesome.
All right, so, J-Ray, you played the Mass Effect Omega DLC?
Yep. J-Ray's Corona. A couple things this week. One, Mass Effect Mass Effect Omega. It's good, man. It's nothing new to it. Now I'm sure anybody who's interested in it knows that you're going back to help Arya take back Omega, from this Cerberus agent, and he's like the Elusive Man's right hand. You have never met him in the series, but he's like
I thought the Elusive Man's right hand was that dude with the katana.
He's his right hand as far as combat wise. This guy doesn't fight. He's a general.
This other guy's a left hand.
This guy's like his because the Elusive Man doesn't fight. This guy doesn't fight either. He's just like his number 2 in charge or whatever.
Right.
And he he's holding Omega, and him and Arya have an interesting story going on with each other. And actually, there's some pretty significant choices that you make in it that can lead to some different outcomes. Yeah, it's cool because there's side missions and side quests in it.
Nice.
You get to see a lot of Omega, like the Afterlife Club. You get to see a lot of the old people you saw in Omega, like the Elcor guy, Harriet or whatever. You get to purchase stuff from him, and there's some interesting achievements and stuff that you can get just from doing all the side missions and stuff. And one of them is finding Arya's old couch. Like, there's some weird things in there, but it's very long. You get to see the first female Turian, and she actually becomes a party member, Nyreen. She's awesome. Of course, Arya is the other party member. You fight with Nyreen and Arya through the whole thing. You get some new powers that you can add to your Shepherd after you beat it that are absolutely incredible. Like one is called Flare, and it's basically all the biotic powers that all the biotics have set into one.
Right.
And there's another one called Lash and some other interesting ones. And Nyreen is she's pretty dope too. She's real cool. Like one of the better characters I've seen in the franchise. Other than that, it's your basic run-of-the-mill Mass Effect 3. I mean, the combat is definitely, the AI in the combat, they'll flank you. It's more difficult. You got to use some different, strategies. You can't just run through and run and gun. Right. Even on normal difficulty, which is what I'm playing on, you have to be creative. And there's some very hard segments of it, even on normal. Of course, I think it was a little easier for me because... And it will be for most people that have already beaten it because our Shepherds are so powered up already. I'm level 60, which is, as high as you can go. So my Shepherd, and I have all my guns leveled up. Speaking of guns, there are several new weapons. Some of them are insane.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And so check out your weapons. Go to a weapons bench and check out some of the new weapons because they are sick. Other than that, it's just Mass Effect. It's got a good ending, good story, good standalone story. Although it does have something to do with Mass Effect 3, it stands on its own two legs, and that's a good thing. It needed to for being after the trilogy ended, DLC.
Nice.
I'd have to say I'd give it a 4.5. I would have gave it higher, but it's not. It doesn't really do anything new. It doesn't try to do anything extraordinary. I'd say is it as good as Lair of the Shadow Broker? Maybe a little bit longer, but not better. No, I'd say it's probably close, but not quite there. So yeah, 4.5 for that. The only other two things I wanted to talk about. One, I started playing Dishonored. Not too far along into it yet, but I played it for a good 4 or 5 hours last night.
You're halfway through the game then.
I wouldn't say that, no, because I did a lot of... I've been doing all the side missions and stuff.
I did all the side missions. I did everything you could possibly do to beat the game in 8 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, I didn't realize that. But, I played quite a bit, and I'd have to say I'm very impressed.
Yeah, it's an awesome game, just short.
Yeah, very impressed. I mean, it's very impressive.
The art style alone is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and just the powers, and there's a lot of stuff you can do as far as being an awesome assassin. I'm playing a high chaos way.
Are you? Me too. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you're killing everybody.
Rats are everywhere now.
Oh, and people will interact with you differently as the game goes on. If you're playing the chaotic way, like people who start out as your friends in the game, like they might not be later because they don't like who you've become or whatever.
Oh well, they just won't like me then because I've been high chaos, baby, killing everything.
Evil, got to do it the evil way.
So yeah, very impressed. I'm gonna have a full review on that next recording. The only other thing I want to talk about is my Assassin's Creed 3 final thoughts. I love it. The ending was pretty good, but not great. The Desmond ending was not great.
It wasn't.
But it wasn't a booger or anything like.
It wasn't a Mass Effect or a Rage ending.
No,
but it wasn't good.
Could have been better.
Yeah,
could have been better. But it definitely made sense. If you let's be real,
if you've played all the Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, let's be real. The Assassin's Creed storyline is not the easiest to follow. But if you've played them all and you know what's going on and everything, it does make sense and it's a decent ending, but it's just not overwhelmingly good,
Yeah. One of my favorite parts of that game is when you're playing as Desmond and you got the Apple of Eden in your hand, walking out of that building, and you're just killing everybody who's in your way.
The Desmond missions are pretty sweet. When you're going to get the power sources, all the power sources and stuff.
Yeah, I liked them.
But I mean,
way better than the Desmond missions in Revelations.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true. But I did every mission in the game, all the homestead missions, anything that you could possibly do. And the reason I did that is I was trying to get 100% sync. There's one mission that I cannot do in the main story to get 100% sync because I can't help but to bump into somebody when you first enter New York. Yeah. So that disappointed me a little bit because I did all this work to get 100% sync, got all the feathers, all the trinkets, all the pages, built everything, all Ben Franklin stuff, built all of it, built all the weapons, George Washington's sword, Lincoln's sword. I mean, I did all of that. And I can't get it.
Stuck at 99.
So if somebody can please tell me how to get through the mission when you first arrive into New York and you're searching for the counterfeit money and you have to chase Thomas Hickey. If somebody can please tell me how to get him without bumping into him or bumping into somebody or losing him, please email me and let me know, or let me know on Twitter, because I need to do that. I have all the outfits, everything. I'd have to say I like it. Final review, I'm going to go ahead and give that a 4.5 as well. I think that online is pretty cool. You know, it's definitely a step in the right direction with Assassin's Creed. They've improved with every single one. I have not checked out co-op yet, and I really want to.
Wolfpack, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'd say 4.5 is definitely a solid review for it.
Wolfpack's fun. I'm down to play it sometime if you want.
Yeah, because I need to check it out, and I don't really have anybody too many.
You're the only person I know other than me who has Assassin's Creed 3.
So, and that's it.
For sure. Well, I think it's been another awesome episode, and we will catch y'all on the flip side.
Peace.
Frag Tag Radio.
Pretty much to get the Tower of Babel achievement, you need 4 people. You build a turbine. Each person has to build a turbine. I know where all the parts are too, so I can. And one person can only carry one part at a time. So that's
you can build the turbine at the very beginning.
Yeah, that's the first thing you build.
Yeah.
So all 4 people grab one of those, and then you skip the second stop altogether, and you go to the third stop.
I like the second stop, the diner. That's where the mystery box is at. I'd be getting good guns out.
Well,
the 2 times that he's played.
What you do is you skip this diner.
I played zombies a lot.
You skip the diner altogether. You go to the town, the 4th stop. You go get the jug. That's one of the most important perks. Everybody has to get jug.
I've never even been to the town yet. The farthest I've been is the farm.
Well, after you get jug, you go back around to the diner. You stay at the diner until you get enough to get galvanuckles, which are on the roof of the diner. And the only way you can get to the roof is to take the bus part hatch and put it up in the roof in the diner, which opens up a hatch so you can get up there and get galvanuckles. That's how you kill him with one hit.
Right.
And you get the galvanuckles. Then you go to the 3rd stop, the power station. You build the power switch, turn the power on till you hear a voice, and then you turn it off. Then you go back to you go in between stops through this corn maze with those goddamn things attacking you on your head, and you build what they call this jetpack module 32 or module 23 thing. And then once you get that, 2 people take a turbine out under this tower. You kill him with one hit under the tower while the 2 turbines are out. It sends him to the top. Then 2 other people have to go to these little portals that aren't far away and set their turbines on them. And then you get the achievement. Sounds like a lot of work, but it's really not that hard if everybody just listens and does what they're supposed to.